Hey, everybody, hold on. I had to grab my notes, guys. Hey, everybody, Dr. O here. Listen, I wanted to come on and I wanted to share with you all three mindset shifts that early childhood leaders need to have at the end of the school year. So these are three mindset shifts that early childhood leaders definitely need to have at the end of the school year. And the reason why I say that is I have been having a lot of meetings with a lot of school systems throughout the nation as they are planning for their fall in services and their professional development for 2025-26 school year. Um, and, at STEM Early, we're looking to partner with various school systems to provide that professional development in the areas of heart, which is all based on advancing empathy and equity in early childhood education, also developmentally appropriate practice, and STEM. So, as I'm having all these meetings, some of the meetings it's like pulling teeth. Some of the meetings it's like, wow, this is refreshing. And what I'm realizing is really everything rises and falls on the mindset. And a lot of times we talk about mindset shifts for the beginning of the school year, but today I want to talk about three mindset shifts that need to happen at the end of the school year. So I'm going to start the first mindset shift that leaders need to have. We want to move from critique to curiosity. A lot of times at the end of the school year, we're focusing on what teachers didn't do, what they didn't accomplish. What is the data saying about what we missed and what we didn't get accomplished? How about we go from critiquing teachers at the end of the day, the end of the year, to celebration and curiosity? What did we learn? Right? So we had these objectives. We didn't hit these objectives. What did we learn from it? Right? So taking those times where you're bringing your staff together at the end of the year and not using it as a session to say, well, this year could have been better. Well, we had a lot of referrals this year. Oh, we had a lot of in school suspensions this year. Or we had, you know, a lot of turnover. Like, instead of doing that, let's lean into curiosity. What did we learn? Because when we lean into curiosity with our educators and with ourselves, it invites a reflective practice. And so now we're exiting the school year with not this defeated, oh, what we didn't do, but what did we learn? What did we learn? Because you're not going to accomplish all of your objectives every year. So what did you learn? All right. And we're not like, let's not focus on blame and let's not focus on compliance, right? Let's focus on what did we learn? How did we grow this year? Because it's not always about data points and hitting every single objective 100% of the time, because that's just not reality. So let's lean into curiosity. Let's not use the end of the year to be critical. We want teachers to leave on as high a note as possible. All right, the second one is we need to, as leaders, shift the mindset to move from burnout to boundaries. And what do I mean when I say that? We feel like, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. It's the end of the school year, and it's this rat race to get to the end of the year, and we're already overtaxed. Your teachers are overtaxed. Your students have checked out. You're like trying not to check out, but because you have to hold everything together, you're running on fumes. But what you need to do is you need to model boundaries for your teachers. You need to set boundaries and you need to model those boundaries for your teachers, basically helping them learn to prioritize sustainability. You're not going to make it to the end of the year with any modicum of joy and happiness if you are burnt out and running on fumes. So you as a leader can promote those boundaries. You can model those boundaries. You can you can create space for rest and reflection. Like, what about at your last staff meeting, have someone come in and do breath work and do yoga? Like, Have some popsicles at the last staff meeting. Let's share some laughs at the last staff meeting, right? Teach them how to put up boundaries. Teach them how to say, you know what? Here's my boundary. I'm not going to be taking all this stuff home over the summer and working on this. We're not doing that. You know, I'm not going to be staying at school. I remember when I taught in a particular county, one of the principals that I worked under, she had this thing. It was called Do It on Your Deck Day. And whenever it was nice, from May to June, whenever it was nice outside like it is now, she would dismiss the kids, right? And then she would say, teachers, you are dismissed. Do it on your deck, right? Whatever you're working on, take it home, get a glass of whatever, and work on it at home from your porch or from your deck. Basically saying, go home. It's nice outside, right? And yeah, contractual hours say you have to be here from 3:30 to 4:15 because that's the after the dismissal time. But you know what? Go home with the kids. I thought that was, and even she had to kick some teachers out because some teachers just were like, no, because I want to do, if you don't go home and enjoy this day and whatever you're doing right now, do it outside on a blanket in your yard, do it on your porch or your deck. So that's really shifting from that burnout mentality to setting up those boundaries, protecting your peace, protecting the peace of your staff, creating spaces for rest, creating spaces for joy, because so many people don't have joy at the end of the school year. They're just like, I want to get this done. All right. And my last one, just so key. We're moving from survival to celebrating. We got to get out of the mindset of I just gotta finish. I gotta get to the end. I just gotta survive. I gotta survive. When you go to work, you're spending your life. I'll say it again for the people in the back. When you go to work, you are spending your life. So, how do you want to spend your life these last few weeks of June? Do you want to spend your life waking up every day like, oh my gosh, I just can't wait till the school year is over. This is terrible. Blah. Or do you want to wake up celebrating like, yes, school year's almost over. Let's celebrate. Let's end the year with joy. You know, what can we do to celebrate and have gratitude, right? So instead of being like, I can't wait till the school year ends, we can be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait till the school year ends. It's a slight shift that makes a big difference. Celebrate with your staff, celebrate with your students, celebrate with your families. This is not about surviving to the end. This is about celebrating that we made it through another school year, and not an easy school year at that, because we have people that are still dealing with the effects of COVID, still, and we don't want to talk about it. People like, COVID is over. Bruh, the effects of COVID on society are going to be studied and felt for years to come. So we just need to acknowledge that. And again, how can we create a space where we're not just, oh my God, but we're actually in a space of celebrating, acknowledging what we did accomplish, not running the data to figure out what we didn't do, what metrics we didn't hit. There'll be plenty of time for that. There'll be plenty of time for that. But as we move to the end of the school year, let's go from surviving to celebrating. So again, when you do these three things and when you have these three mindset shifts, you will inspire your teachers. You'll set them up. They'll be motivated. They'll be excited to come back, because sometimes teachers leave and they are really contemplating over the summer, do I want to come back to this place? And as a leader who needs teachers in the building, you should be concerned with teacher retention. You want to know how you retain your teachers? You create environments that they want to work in. You create environments that they want to work in the same way we tell our teachers, create an environment where your students have joy in learning. Well, leaders, let's create environments where our teachers have joy at work. All right, I'm done. Those are the three areas where we can have mindset shifts. Listen, if you need professional development for your school, whether you're doing a summer PD, fall in service, or you would like to partner with STEM Early for the year to provide professional development that actually works, that shifts cultures and transforms the lives of teachers and families and students, and yes, leaders too, hit me up, Dr. O at STEM Early. I think all of the things where you need to find me are going to be in the post somewhere down here. All right, that's it. We're done here. Get those minds in the growth mindset. Let's celebrate. We made it to June. Have a wonderful day. All right, bye, y'all. And remember, STEM early, STEM often. Bye, y'all.